Today we're going to talk about 5 crucial steps that happen after your home has went under contract. You're the seller, you've got your house under contract, what happens next? Step 1 is the buyer is going to do a home inspection. So this step allows them to hire an inspector to come in and thoroughly evaluate the condition of the property. They're going to check your structure, they're going to check plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all that good stuff. So it's important to note that the buyer can request repairs based on the inspection report. So as the seller, you have to consider the request and negotiate repairs or credits to the buyer. Or if you're unwilling to do that, you have to understand the buyer can terminate that contract and you would be back on the market. Step number 2, after you've went through the home inspection, is going to be the appraisal. The buyer's lender is going to order an appraisal, and they're going to determine what the fair market value of your home is. The appraiser will have to come out to your house. He's going to be there maybe 15, 30 minutes. He's going to be measuring, and he's looking at your home to compare it to other homes in the area that have sold to come up with this price. It's important to remember that it may come in at the purchase price. It may come in above the purchase price, but it can also come in below the purchase price. So when that happens, again, you can renegotiate the price, or you can cut that buyer loose and let them walk and try to find another buyer with a different lender that can get the appraised value where you're trying to get it. Step number 3 is your loan approval. So once that lender gets the appraisal back, then your buyer is going to go through the underwriting. So once they get all the buyer's documents and all that good stuff in, they're going to review it, they're going to go through underwriting, and hopefully a conditional loan approval will be issued. So as the seller, sometimes you're going to have to provide information to them as well. The title company will reach out to you needing to get payoff information, all that good stuff. So as a seller, you need to make sure that you're responding as quickly as possible to any request for information during this process. Step number 4 is the final walkthrough. Before the buyer closes on the house, they're going to come back out and they're going to do what we call the final walkthrough. They're going to make sure that any repairs that they requested were completed. They are going to make sure that you have not damaged the home while you've been trying to get stuff moved out, or that a tree hadn't fell in the backyard and crushed in the roof. You're looking for things just to make sure the house is in the same condition it was when you went under contract. Now, sometimes things happen that sellers are totally unaware of, especially if they've already moved out. They could have a pipe break. They could have a water heater overflow. And so that's kind of the purpose of the final walkthrough, is to make the seller aware of any changes in the home and get those resolved before you get to closing. Because once you've signed that paperwork, it's over. Step number 5 is the closing itself. So that's always the happy day for both the buyer and the seller. The seller gets their mortgage paid off and they get their proceeds. The buyer gets to take ownership of the new house. So you have to remember, though, closing dates are going to be written on the contract, but they're not written in stone. Closing dates do have to move sometimes based on circumstances around the loan, around the process, whatever the case may be. So there you have it. Those are the 5 steps that occur after your house goes under contract. And when you understand this process, it helps you to be better prepared to navigate the journey of selling your home. If you're looking for an agent to help you through the process every step of the way, send me a DM or leave me a comment below.